Hello, this is Andy's Golf and Travel Diary here at the Erin Hills Golf Course, host to the 2017 United States Open. And I'm here with Rich Tock, PGA professional ambassador to Erin Hills. Rich, this is an amazing place. I was here shortly after it opened. I was here 5 years ago after the PGA, and here I am 2 years looking at US Open here.
It's gone fast. 6 years since I came with Andy Ziggler, and the place has really been turned upside down, and it's in great condition right now. We're very proud of what we have, and I think everybody that plays here loves being here and can't wait to get back.
Well, it's an amazing story. Do you have a couple minutes to answer a few more questions?
Sure, yeah, let's take a couple minutes here.
Rich, Erin Hills. Tell me a little bit about the metamorphosis from Erin Hills from its conception back in 2004 to today.
Well, it actually started back in 1999 when they started looking at this property. It was a cattle farm, chalet cattle from France. And one owner owned 400 acres. We have a total of 652 acres currently. And so he bought land 3 or 4 different times to come up with that total. And they interviewed numerous architects for the project, and that took about 3 years to do. They had probably over 100 different routings of the golf course, or the proposed golf course. I think Nicholas Group was here, Palmer, Norman, North, Doak. They ended up hiring Mike Herzen, Dana Fry, and Ron Witten. And so they started construction in '04, and they opened the golf course June of '06.
Rich, tell me how you came to the game of golf. Who put the first club in your hand?
My dad played golf. I grew up in a little town of 3,000, Dwight, Illinois. And my father played with a bunch of cronies, of which they bowled in the winter and they played golf in the summer. And I started caddying for him when I was 10 years old. And I just kept hitting balls and playing, and started to play pretty good at it. And so, I mean, I played all the other sports, the football and basketball and baseball and you name it, as a little boy does. And then I started my high school golf team when I was 14, because they didn't have one in this town. So I got the football coach to help me out in terms of driving us to tournaments. And so that's when I started playing golf, and then ended up getting a golf scholarship to Southern Illinois University. Played for 4 years, and the day before I graduated, I was offered an assistant pro job, and that's it. This is 43 years.
Tell me about the story of how you came to Erin Hills and connected with Andrew Ziggler.
Well, I knew Andy prior to his buying it. He was a student of mine. We'd played some social golf together, and so when he bought it, he called me. I was playing in the senior club pro down in Florida, and I'd read that he'd purchased it, and he said to me, "Rich, where are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm down in Florida in the senior club pro. When you coming home?" "Monday." And then he said, "Are you traveling Monday, or you be home?" I said, "Well, I won't get home till about 10:30 Monday night." He said, "Well, I'd like to chat Tuesday morning with you." Well, they were doing the construction on the 10th hole, so I thought, okay, we're just going to go over that. So I said, okay, Tuesday morning works. Okay, 7 o'clock. Whoa, okay, this is November. So I just got home at midnight the night before. So I meet him. He comes in and he shows me a letter that was written by the USGA, and after all, we chat about his horses, and his daughter is a very, very competitive world champion in horses. And so then he said, "Rich, as you know, I just bought Erin Hills. I want you to come on board and build your own team and run it for the next 8 years." And I said, "Whoa."
Oh, nice.
I said, "I just thought we were going to talk about the 10th green." And so I said, "Oh, well, let's keep talking." And so we did. I said, "Okay, I'm in." We shook hands, and that was it. So I started like the next day. Working with him has been awesome. His vision and his taste, the way he likes things, his perfectionism, which is kind of what I am. I like every little detail covered, and so we've been pretty good partners in terms of making Erin Hills what it is today and what it'll be in the future.
Dr. Hertzen, Dana Fry, and Ron Witten, the three architects here at Erin Hills. Tell me a little bit about the design of this golf course and how it will be set up for the U.S. Open.
Well, here we are, 2015. The Open's less than 2 years away. Any of our guests that come and play now, they're playing the U.S. Open. Other than the green speed will be faster. You know, Hertzen, Fry, and Witten, I think they really put together a gym. There's been some renovations along the way, tweaks here and there, moved a green, third green last year. And so in there lies Andy Ziggler and his cooperation in trying to make this the best place and the best U.S. Open in 117 years. Well, the tour players, I think, will find the course is very fair. Everything is right in front of them. So there's no trickery. If you hit it to the right quadrant of the green, yeah, you'll have birdie putts. If you put it in the right part of the fairway, you'll have nice shots into the greens. The distance, we can stretch it to 8150. So we won't have a problem there. But that's one of the reasons USJ loves this place, is because they'll have lots of options based on the wind. And if he wants to make a 310-yard par 4, he can do that on 4 or 5 holes here, which is pretty nice. He likes that option. Or he can stretch it to 530 par 4. So he's got a lot of those options. The playability of the golf course, the condition of the golf course has improved greatly, and again that goes back to Andy Ziggler and our superintendent, Zach Reinecking. We're going to close the golf course in October of 16, and we're not going to open it until after the tournament. It'll be the first time in the history of the U.S. Open, and the reason is because we want it to be as perfect condition as possible.
So if you're out there, come now.
A book now, for sure.
Well, Rich, Tock, thank you so much for hosting me here at Erin Hills, and thank you so much for being part of Andy's Golf and Travel Diary.
Thank you, sir.